Happy Sanghamitta Day from the Cambodian Buddhist community. I am Marlai Ouch, and will talk briefly about her story and why her story is important to me. As we know that Sanghamitta was a daughter of King Asoka, who built monasteries in 84,000 city. On the day of the celebration of completing the monasteries, King Asoka asked the chief elders of the Sangha, Venerable Malinda, one of his questions, which led him to asking his son Mahinda and daughter Sanghamitta to go forth. The question was, is there anyone who inherits the Great One's dispensation who is like unto me? The chief elders saw the supporting condition of Mahinda and Sanghamitta being responsible for the dispensation and seeing the condition for its growth. He responded to the king that being greatly generous is not known as an heir to the dispensation, but letting son or daughter to go forth in the dispensation is a true supporter of the dispensation. After hearing the elders respond, King Asoka wished to be a supporter of the dispensation and asked Sanghamitta and her brother Mahinda to go forth. Venerable Mahinda brought faith to the people in Sri Lanka. Many people came to listen to his Dharma teaching and became stream enterers. Queen Anula and 500 women also listened to his Dharma teaching and became once returners. That prompted her to ask the king for them to go forth. When the king asked Venerable Mahinda to give the going forth to them, he told the king that it would not be suitable for them to give the going forth to women, and asked the king to invite his younger sister, Venerable Sanghamitta, to give the going forth to them instead. As we have learned from the history of the Bhikkhuni ordination during the Buddhist time, bhikkhus continued to give a single ordination until ordained bhikkhunis were not truly women. When the story was reported to the Buddha, he allowed bhikkhus to ask antarayika dhammas, clearing of obstruction to women who came to ask for upasambhada. At the time, bhikkhus asked the candidates the antarayika dhammas. However, they were shy and couldn't answer the question to complete their upasambhada because many of those questions were related to their sexual organ. When the Buddha heard that the candidates were shy and couldn't answer the question to complete their upasambhada, he allowed the candidates to receive the upasambhada by the Bhikkhuni Sangha first and then followed by the Bhikkhu Sangha. The Bhikkhuni Sangha was responsible for asking the candidates the antarayika dhammas. We have also learned that the candidates were still shy and couldn't answer the question even after they were asked by bhikkhunis because they were not properly trained or were not asked skillfully. This is the reason why the Buddha allowed those bhikkhunis who have been appointed to give the training. I would imagine that Venerable Mahinda understood those challenges and that his sister Sanghamitta, who was well-learned, would be more suitable in asking those questions since the candidates would not be as shy when they were asked about their sexual organs from his sister with their same sex, and that Sanghamitta would be available to give the going forth to them. Venerable Mahinda must have seen the importance of his sister coming to Sri Lanka, which was the reason why he asked her to bring a sapling of the Bodhi tree in addition to coming to give the ordination to women. On the first quarter moon of December, King Asoka established a sapling of the Bodhi tree on the ship after having been consecrated 3 times with sovereignty over the Rose Apple Island and arranged all kinds of ceremonies in the port town. He then invited Sanghamitta Tere and 11 nuns onto the ship. He also sent a message to his friend King Diva Nampiyatissa to worship and make offerings to the Bodhi tree, the same way as he did. After the ship leaving the king and his people, and after crossing the water some way where waves settled down, the Nagas worked magic to take possession of the Bodhi tree. Sanghamitta used her psychic powers to change her form to a mystical bird that is traditionally an enemy of the Nagas to frighten them off. Seeing the spiritual power and the magnificence of the great nun, they worship her feet and beg for their lives. The Nagas then told her that they came for the Bodhi tree. Sanghamitta then gave the Bodhi tree to the Nagas to worship for 7 days. They took the Bodhi tree to worship in the Naga realm, brought it back, and placed it on the ship. The ship arrived in Sri Lanka within the same day, when the sapling of the Bodhi tree was returned to the ship by the Nagas. On the full moon of December, which was 7 days after the first quarter moon, King Divanam Piyatissa worshipped and made offerings to the Bodhi tree the same as King Asoka did. Sanghamitta gave the going forth to Queen Anula with 500 women together with another 500 women from the harem. Those 1,000 women developed insight and then attained a state of worthiness in no time. Sanghamitta established the Theravada Bhikkhuni order and lived in Sri Lanka 59 years after her arrival, before her passing. Sanghamitta recognized the importance of her brother's word to her, as we have learned that she brought a sapling of the Bodhi tree to connect people to the faith that her brother had instilled in them, to the Buddha, and established a Bhikkhuni order to complete the fourfold Sangha that the Buddha had envisioned for his sasana. She continued the Bhikkhuni lineage from the Buddha to Sri Lanka, which got expanded throughout Asia and now throughout the world. Sanghamitta and her brother accomplished the development of the dispensation of the Buddha's sasana. Sanghamitta's story is important to me, since I've been working to revive the Khmer Bhikkhuni Sangha for some time now. Like Sanghamitta and her brother, I feel responsible for the dispensation of the Buddha's sasana, especially in my Cambodian Buddhist community, and to help women reach their highest spiritual path globally. I feel it is my duty to connect Bhikkhunis in modern time to the teaching in the Khmer Tipitaka, and to prove to my community that reviving Khmer Bhikkhuni Sangha is necessary for the Cambodian Buddhist community to thrive. I see Bhikkhunis and Bhikkhus working together like Venerable Sanghamitta and Venerable Mahinda, like younger sisters and brothers, like a crescent moon and a sun, and as lights of the Buddha's sasana for the benefits of many people. This concludes my presentation. Happy Sanghamitta Day.